Good evening. Yep, this is the 360 version as of before. We're continuing the playthrough from a few weeks ago. When we left off, I got this nice purple Evo. Also an RX-7 I don't remember buying. IS-300. Big Blue's Eclipse I haven't done anything with yet. And Izzy's RX-8. What's up, Iraq? What's up, Angel? Out of sight, always good to hear from you. On to aliasing. I don't know where we left off. We left off on Kacey? I thought we were on Jules still. Well, we're on Kacey. Post your hot take. Spooky Shaggy, it is expensive. Unfortunately, it's gotten expensive on the 360 especially. Like 30 bucks. It is a fat 8:30 p.m. here, HCR. Is everybody filtering in? We'll start off with some time trial just to get back into the flow. I haven't not played a racing game in a couple weeks. Between the Crisis video, the new Call of Duty. Had a gay date last night, you loved it. I'm glad you loved your date. Hey, tinfoil. Hold on, am I on crack? No, I'm not. Okay.
Had a gay date last night and I loved it. UWU.
Ah! I think it's a little fishtaily. I felt like Carbon felt more polished. I agree. Carbon is a great game that made some very serious mistakes that doomed it. And that's something I want to talk about when I get around to doing that game. Whoever asked when the review of this game is, it's not next, but it's soon. I think that the biggest problem that Carbon has, and this is just pretty obvious, is that yeah, like Clem just said, they ruined the police system by basically just like forgetting it existed. The gameplay, because like this game puts you into a loop of racing, doing milestones, and doing pursuits. So you do races, you do your speed traps and such, you do your pursuit milestones and bounty, and then you'll do a boss race. Carbon doesn't have that. Carbon is just a bunch of racing, and then you got boss races every now and then. I have not covered Underground 2 yet. I want to, but I've decided I'm not going in order anymore, because I don't want to make myself play a game I'm not in the mood to play, you know? So if I'm not in the mood to go tackle, you know, the 20-hour game that is Underground 2, because Underground 2 is too long, entirely too long. If I'm not in the mood to go tackle a 20-hour racing game from 2004 right now, then I'm just not going to have the same drive and inspiration to work on it, and it's not going to get a fair shake. So the video's not going to be as good. My review won't be as good. Like my personal outlook on how I looked at it won't be as good. I want to give the game a fair shake. So, honestly, my take on what I choose to work on is whatever I'm itching to play myself and talk about at that moment. That's kind of how I'm making decisions at this point. Between this and Burnout Revenge, I would say this, simply because I like licensed cars more than I like, original vehicles like than Burnout. If Burnout had original vehicles, or sorry, licensed vehicles, maybe it will be a little closer. Easy. This Evo does not feel that fast. I agree, Irek. Most Wanted 12 was fine. It was a decent game. The problem was just that it was called what it was. I've stuck my guns in that opinion for a long time. Yeah, dude. Srach, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name, mate, but thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. These cops are a bit on crack, but what most want to be without cops on crack. See, I don't even remember the game being reviewed poorly. I just remember the disappointment myself that the game was called what it was, despite having basically nothing in common. But there's also a lot of nuance there. There is the whole issue with, you know, they had intended for it to be a follow-up to this game. They had not intended for it to be Burnout Paradise with licensed cars. But that's what it turned into. And, that's something I want to go dive deep into when I talk about it. When I get around to it. Ryak, I can't remember what it was. I think I left for Thanksgiving for a week. The day after that streams. I don't think I got around to it. Most Wanted or Carbon? Most Wanted is the better game. If I want to play one and I'm not streaming it or making content about it, I would probably play Carbon, just because Carbon is, like, bite-sized. I can blow through Carbon in an afternoon. Oh, River Adventure? No, I have not gotten a chance to check that out yet. No, I was out of town for a week, and then I had a very busy and painful week with, editing software trying to get this Crisis video done. So, I've not really had much chance to do much besides, work on the Crisis video and play a few hours of Battlefield. Best villain? Cross. Cross is the best character in the franchise. GT or Forza? GT, all day. I'll get around Pipiga mod. Pro Street is a good game. I think that I think it's a very good game. I think that it was another really cool sign of Black Box doing what they're good at. Black Box, were very good at picking a new theme and making the game feel very distinct from the last, despite having, you know... Hello? Despite having a lot in common. Down to engine and handling and even assets. And, I really do think that, Pro Street was awesome, and I wish that Black Box had been treated better and allowed to do more interesting things and continue to exist without having been squeezed to death by budget and time constraints the way they were. What do I think about EA Game Changers? I think that EA Game Changers needs to reach out to me and let me play games early. Because as much as, you know, everybody dogs on EA, as much as I dog on EA, they genuinely do hold some of the most, like, well-known, respectable, and interesting IPs out there. And, like, I say that as someone who grew up playing Need for Speed, I grew up playing Battlefield, I grew up playing... God, what other EA games did I grow up playing? Burnout a little bit, SSX, Black, Mass Effect, I forgot about Mass Effect, yeah, Mass Effect Trilogy. Those are all games that I absolutely adore, and have always adored, and regardless of EA's current industry, like, they're in like, the way people think about them, I think that EA are, if nothing else, interesting because they are funding projects in such a diverse, such a diverse amount of projects that we have a chance to see something good come out of them. That doesn't mean that we're going to see anything good come out of them, as has been proven with stuff like, you know, Payback and Andromeda. But in other news, EA, let me talk to you about your games before they come out, please. No. Oh, okay, cool. I'm fine. The worst NFS game, all things considered, is Payback. It feels bad to play. It looks not that great. I like Undercover more. Well, yes, Game Changers is, by nature, marketing. That's how game companies work. You gotta understand when... Hey, Lotus. You gotta understand when, also someone else said hello to me, I can't... Let me see. Eduardo, what's up, man? What was I saying? Yeah, it is marketing. But that's, you know, how... You know how game companies and, you know, journalists work. When a company gives a reviewer a copy of their game to make a review, or a streamer a copy of their game to play it, without paying them, it's not like they're paying them to do it. When they give them those free games, or early access to games, they're doing it because they want you to make coverage on it. Because yes, there is such a good thing as such a thing as bad press if the game is terrible. However, most companies, despite what people think, do have faith that their products are worth playing and worth buying, and they put them out there with the hopes that the reviewer will give it a fair shake and not shit on it for views, which is what some people do. That's how marketing works. So yes, EA Game Changers is advertising because they are getting content creators to make content about their game. But it's also, it's a symbiotic relationship. The content creators benefit because they get to play these games early, and get content out about them before anybody else. So yeah. There was another question I wanted to say, answer. Do I find this game's career repetitive rather? Yes, but that's the thing is, I don't think it's a bad thing because it's a very, very solid loop. It's literally just that I've played this game like 15 times. So when I've played this game so many times over the years, yeah, it's gonna get a little bit old. But, you know, I think that the love for this game being nostalgia is a claim I see get thrown around a lot, and I don't agree with it, because this game is very good. It's done a lot of very good things, and, like, yeah, there's flaws. But the thing is that when I was a kid, granted my standards were lower as a kid, when you're a kid, or when you're playing a game for the first time, you don't have that, like, intense acquaintance with every aspect of the game's design the way you do when you've played this game for 15 years. Once a year, you know? That's my take on it. So no, I like this game quite a bit. Even though it does have some severe issues here and there. And honestly, like, even this playthrough, there's some stuff that, like, I'm like, I have to do all these roadblocks again or whatever. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so the whole overrated thing, that's a more complex discussion as well, because, like, you know, the problem is that the franchise has never done anything as good as this in a lot of people's eyes, because this was so new and groundbreaking in terms of, like, the pursuit mechanic was something that had never been done to this scale, this depth, and done this well and polished. Like, it may have its other issues, but that's where all the development time went, and it shows. And their series has never been able to do anything like that since. Everything else the series has tried to do has either not worked, or it's been done before, even by its own series. So, you know, Pro Street was unique, but Pro-Am racing isn't the most unique thing in the world. Like, it's mostly aesthetic. It's just racing. Carbon was just kind of most wanted again, with crew racing that was kind of underwhelming. Undercover was just worse most wanted. You know, so I honestly don't think that it's overrated. I think it's rated. I think it's people love it for a reason. That said, people do tend to shit on anything that comes out that isn't most wanted nostalgia baiting. So yeah. For people asking if I'm gonna review this is yeah, at some point. Soon, hopefully. I have something else in mind for the next video that's also Need for Speed related, actually, but I'm gonna keep it under wraps for now until I have more. But my wrap for the next few weeks looks like I have a sponsored video I have to make this weekend. I have a video about a Need for Speed game for handhelds. That's a little hint I'll give you. And I have a this video that I want to work on. And also maybe something else coming through the pipeline, depending on if a certain friend at a certain game company comes through in the next few days. He's helping me out, and I might be getting something very fun. So. No, it's an actual handheld game on a cartridge. Also, I am going to be working on trying to get a Wii U modded so I can play DS games on not real hardware, but with a touchscreen. Sim racing done. It's not Carbon in the City. I'm waiting to do Own the City until I get the DS stuff figured out, and it's gonna be like an actual handheld console. It's not gonna be a phone game. Those will happen at some point, but oh hell yeah! I feel like I'm the only person in the world that sees a drag race in Most Wanted and says, "Oh hell yeah." I actually really like them. I don't know why. Everybody else hates them, but I've always enjoyed them. Aye, first try! So, I'll tell you guys this.
Here's some hard-earned cash and a fast fact. Did you know that Yuri Lowenthal voiced the JPN Drift announcer in Race Driver Grid?
Who is that again? I know it's someone significant from the Drift community, but I don't remember who it is. But yeah, I do specifically remember the JPN Drift announcer because he's so excited. He's in my head sometimes. Yes, I saw the McDonald's training game video. It was very interesting. So yeah, but I will say about the handheld game, guys, is y'all will see. Don't worry about it too much. It might be 2 games. It might be 1. I'm not sure yet. We will see. Oh wow, I didn't know that. Will I review Corvette for the GBA? I think I actually bought that recently. I can't remember. A few months back, I'm pretty sure I picked it up in a store for $1 or something like that, but I can't remember if I actually did. I know I thought about it, and I might have put it back. Can't remember. This is the 360 version Dark W, so no graphics mods. This is just pure vanilla. But the 360 version looks different. I picked this RX-8 specifically so I wouldn't run into cops. But I remembered that I am driving on the boardwalk in Camden, so I'm gonna see cops immediately. Bro! This cop is afraid of nothing. Wait, where is he? Okay. The whole thing about the world thing is that I want to get around to it, but I have to get around to it, and really have the time and energy and motivation to dump a bunch of time into world, because it's an MMO. And, like, it may not be, you know, in its original form anymore, but it's still an MMO, so I'm gonna have to actually put quite a bit of time into it. I have played LA Rush. I agree with 2008. 2008 is very good. It's a very fun game. Okay. As soon as I race. It's a long race. Oh my god. I'm gonna start in Rosewood and end up in Rockport, I think? Or have that backwards. God, rotary sounds. I love the RX-8 so much. I've talked about this so many times. I love the RX-8. I've had some thoughts. I have an attainable 3-car garage in mind. The 3 cars I would own that are attainable things for an adult to purchase, you know, after saving and some smart financial decisions. I want a Lexus IS250. I want an RX-8 Gen 1. And I want a G-Wagon AMG. A used one, though. That's my 3 cars that I would drive. If I had a 3-car garage to fill on a normal human being budget. Hey, Inferno. How would I feel if Need for Speed stopped making, games? Hold on, first, let me ask the attainable G-Wagon. G-Wagon? They depreciate. They really do depreciate. And, like, when I say attainable, I mean, like, at some point in my, like, 40s, I could probably afford to finance a G-Wagon. I don't know if they're going to continue making them or how much longer they'll make them, but if I was 40 today and I had the money and credit to finance, like, a 3-year-old AMG G-Wagon, it wouldn't be that bad. If someone said something about, how would I feel if this series was to die out and stop making new games? I would be sad, but I feel like it would probably make the most sense at this point if they were just to move on from the Need for Speed name. And make something new. Hey, Cass. Oh, no, shit, I say that, but then I forgot about the Beetle RS Turbo. Battlefield 3 downloaded, what? You what? I didn't ask you to do that. What else are you downloading? What? Okay. I guess I'm downloading games. No, but on the real, Need for Speed has been going on for 35 years at this point. 36, actually. It's completely reasonable for them to move it on. Did my heat reset? My heat reset. Yeah, I don't think I changed the, I did not change the transmission in this car, I don't believe. Using a face cam? At the moment, Cass has my moderator, Cass, also my girlfriend, and I gave her my webcam, because I had a Elgato Cam Link camera, but then I sold the Cam Link, so I don't have a camera anymore. So if I can find a webcam for a decent price, I'll do a face cam at some point in the future, but right now I don't have a way to do so. Kacey plays Battlefield 3 when? I have been playing a lot of BF3 lately. So maybe I was thinking about streaming it sometime, but I honestly want to make a 10 years later video on it, because next year is its 10th anniversary, which makes me feel very old to say, but yeah, it turns 10 years old next year. So, maybe. It's okay, Cass. You use it for actual class purposes, I don't. That said, if you can get another one at some point in the future that you would be happy with, then I'd be happy to take it back, because I don't want to buy a splurge on a new one, because I don't need one that bad. Do I prefer 360 or PS3? Depends on the game I'm playing. Fighting games, I'm a much bigger fan of PlayStation controllers. Skateboarding games, I'm a much bigger fan of PlayStation controllers. Racing games, I tend to like Xbox, but it depends. Shooters, I prefer Xbox. I don't really have a huge affinity towards any of the brands. I just kind of buy what feels like the best and what I feel like using. I do have times where I'm in the specific mood to play a certain console, even though I might be playing a multi-platform game. Like, there are times I whip out, like, the PS2 to play like, the games I have on Xbox, or vice versa. Yeah, the 360 D-pad, the 360 controller for fighting games is horrible. Yeah, make you a channel out of sight. Make some videos about it. Oh god, this is close. Can I make it? Yeah, I can make it. Well, honestly, DF, I don't feel like the games are that inherently dissimilar. The games aren't that dissimilar. That's the thing. It's like they have a lot in common in terms of, like, structure and all that. It's literally just the old engine and handling, which they wanted to move away from. So I think they just could have had more time, you know? MS2? I'm trying to figure out what that is. I don't like the transforming D-pad that much. FIFA Pro Evo, I don't really, oh, MW2, there we go. I don't play either, really. I'm not a huge fan of most sports. I've played a fair bit of FIFA here and there, but there is a single football game I like, and it's FIFA 07 on the Game Boy Advance. It kind of is the Kill Bill car by accident. Because it's black and yellow. I can save this probably. It's 360. A South Korean car. This is the 360 version, so it is a bit browner. Alright. Myself, I'm waiting to get a PS5 until Gran Turismo 7 comes out. I'm trying to get a Series X, because I want to get the, all access thing, so it's like the cheap $35 a month for a couple of years. It's basically the same as cash by the time you're out of it. And like I would not save up and buy a Xbox Series X, but I'd pay for it over time. But they're out of stock everywhere too. So I'm buying Cyberpunk on console. I'm not buying it on PC. Because I want to be able to play it from bed on a controller and just be chill. And I have a 1X, so I can play it well, but yeah. The most overrated game in my opinion? I don't like to say overrated, because everybody's experiences and like opinions on games is different, and that's fair. People can like what they like. I like what I like. I know my taste in games isn't for everybody. That said, I absolutely do not understand two things. I don't understand MOBAs, so like League and Dota. And I do not understand Left 4 Dead. I don't like Left 4 Dead. Or COD Zombies, or really any zombie game, but especially Left 4 Dead and like COD Zombies. They just, I don't know, they don't feel fun to me. I prefer much more traditional multiplayer. Is a PS5 worth it? Okay, so it's the same thing. Every time a new console comes out, the same discussion happens. Is it really worth it? Is it a waste of money? Well, yes. Every time a new console comes out, it's gonna be a waste of money for at least, you know, a year or two, because for a good while, especially this generation, everything coming out on the new consoles will be available on the old one for the first year or two. Plus, there's gonna be bugs, so those people that are having their consoles crashing on them with Assassin's Creed and Cold War. Although Cold War is crashing my Xbox One as well. So yeah, until there's games for it that are worth playing, yeah, it's probably a waste of money. That said, if you have money to spend, and you have a 1X already that you want to get rid of while it's still worth something, you could do a lot worse than to upgrade to the Series X. It's a worthwhile use of your money, if it's worth it to you, if you play a lot of games on Xbox. Because, like, something I touched on in the Crisis video is that, the Xbox One X makes 360 games that run like shit on the 360 and even the base Xbox One run better. And it's a very similar story for Xbox Series X with Xbox One games that had frame rate problems. Even games that have capped frame rates that didn't reach their target are gonna run smoother. Titanfall will run smoother on an Xbox Series X than it does on an Xbox One X. Well, that's bad. We all just got brought to a complete stop. Well, God, fucking... It's because I'm playing 1080. I think we can all agree that the naming scheme for the new consoles is fucking stupid. But yeah, I'm excited for, I'm excited for the new consoles at some point soon. Hey, Racer X. Will they struggle with games? I don't think so. I think that they are very powerful. I think that they are much better... Put it this way. They perform better in comparison to the PS4 and Xbox One than the PS4 and Xbox One did compared to the PS3 and 360. Because, yes, the 360 and PS3 may have been, in terms of raw numbers and power and RAM, years behind. Like, massive amount behind. They have squeezed so much out of these consoles that it was incredible. And I don't think that we really saw, for a few years, the real brunt of what those new consoles could do come out of the 1X and PS4, or the 1 and PS4. I feel like the new consoles are gonna be immediately much better than the current ones were, because the public opinion of consoles has, like, they're a lot less worried about graphics. They're still worried about graphics. The people are worried about frame rate and playability and features now more than they were just exclusive games a decade ago. Because it's become increasingly clear that exclusive games, for one, Microsoft aren't part of the equation. And, just aren't as good for the industry as everybody thinks they are. People would rather play wherever they want. So, I don't know. I think that this generation is very different from the last, and I don't think that it's a bad thing. How was this other car 50 miles ahead of me? 50 miles per hour ahead of me? What the fuck? Seriously? The Switch isn't underlooked. No, absolutely not. I think the Switch... My thing with the Switch is that the games are just... You're paying more for games. The Switch, absolutely ridiculously expensive for most games. But also, here's the thing. Almost everything you play on a Switch that's a multi-platform, you are compromising something big time. I like my Switch. I play a lot of games on my Switch. But you do sacrifice a lot. You know, when I buy, you buy Hot Pursuit Remastered on the Switch, you're sacrificing analog controls, you're sacrificing, frame rate, you're sacrificing enhanced graphics. When you buy Doom on the Switch, you're getting awful controls, unless you use gyro aiming, and maybe then it's not great. And you're getting awful performance. I don't even want to imagine what Ghost Runner plays like on the Switch. It's very nice to have, like, games on the go. Like, I play my Switch at my girlfriend's house all the time. I've been playing lately, I've been playing, Into the Breach. I've been playing, Superliminal. I'm going to start a new playthrough of Ruiner, Sure, the original. I'm not putting down your desire for that, because here's the thing. You buy the console that makes the most sense for what you want out of your console. If what you want out of your console is the portability and the ability to just to play games and wherever you want, Switch is a great choice. But some people do want the best experience, and if I'm paying the same price for a game, and I'm paying in the ballpark of $300 to $400 for a console, then to me, I think that you should buy the console that is the best for your money. If you don't want to play your games on the go, if you have no need or desire for that, then why would you buy a Switch over an Xbox One X at the same price, you know? Grid Audio Sport is on iPhone and Android, and the Switch port is, the Switch port is based on the iPhone version, which is weird. Actually, a quite good port. So yeah, there is no Black Edition on 360 that I'm aware of. They have it on original Xbox and I think PS2. That looks like a tunnel. My monkey brain tried to drive straight through that fence. The Switch is a very good thing for car rides and public transport, planes. I would miss mine dearly for that kind of thing if I was to not have it anymore. Like, there were times I considered selling my Switch. When I got bored of Animal Crossing, I really thought about getting rid of it, but this thing's got a fat ass on it. It's heavy. Move. This thing do have a fat ass. It steps out real easy and it's so heavy. It just kind of doesn't want to change directions rapidly. Golf is better. I've actually never done the whole challenge series before. Hello? God, it is hot in here. God, I'm so close. Do not do this to me. Okay. Let me... I'm trying to do some contortionist shit and open my windows because it is hot and it is cold outside. But I am dying of heat stroke in here. Unfortunately, my window is behind my monitors. Fuck. It won't go up. It fucking falls. I'm gonna mute my microphones. I don't just, like, knock it the fuck around. Well, I made a mistake. I was trying my best to open the window. I couldn't get the one behind my monitors open, so I tried the one behind my consoles. And I might have bumped it with my stomach while leaning over my Xbox. And I have the one that the fucking cat could turn off, you know. With, like, the, touch-sensitive front buttons, which was still the stupidest fucking decision. But on the plus side, I have my fan on now, and I've opened the window, and it's a brisk 40 out today, so it's actually gonna be somewhat comfortable to exist. I really should set this to automatically sign me in, but. Hello, Mr. Xbox. Cool. That's fine. I'm playing a single-player game from 2005. I do not care. So, what's really weird is there are games that you can't buy on the marketplace that are backwards compatible. So the other day, I was curious to see if the Syndicate game from 2012. Hello? Can I? Hot Pockets are overrated as shit. They're nasty. You said I would not recommend a newer, like the E or the original model over this. It's still the best console you can get is the S. But man, that's a fucking stupid design. If not for all the technical problems with the if not with all the technical problems with the original, I would say that all day. But let me quickly turn that off so you guys can't see my network shit. Okay. No. No. Okay. All right. I don't call games overrated because I don't think that's fair. Food, on the other hand. I have some divisive food opinions, but I'm trying not to get canceled. But I'm also like a fucking plain ass eater, so I mean, plain ass eater. Later, out of sight. Thanks for hanging out. Alright. Please tell me it counted that last race. Damn it! Well, that's fine. If you like pineapple on pizza, you're leaving. I do not like pineapple on pizza. I'm not a pineapple fan in general, actually. I just don't like it. I don't like the mix of savory and like sickly sweet. But I'm also not a pineapple fan to begin with, even though not on pizza. I just don't like pineapple, so. People were upset about the PS5 GTA announcement because we've been playing GTA 5 for 7 years at this point. People want a new game. And GTA Online is just a reprehensible product. It's a bad product. It doesn't... It's not... Like, it's anti-consumer in the way it's designed. It has absolutely laughable security in it. Yeah? It's horribly broken. Ask Cass. A few months ago, we tried to play... the three of us were trying to play GTA and just have some fun. Do heists, you know, do CEO stuff. And GTA Online, especially on PC, on any older consoles, but especially on PC, it's just a fucking awful experience. It's full of cheaters and trolls. It's just impossible. The game is just broken even when it's not being ruined by other people. Everything costs $1 million fucking dollars. Yeah, GTA Online is one of the worst gaming experiences I've had in some time. Like, there's fun to be had there. Here's the thing. There are some bad online games. There are some bad online games. But if a game is poorly designed out of a genuine attempt to try something new or different and a failure at that, that's different. When a game is purposely made worse to make money, and also intentionally left vulnerable to cheats because fixing it would be difficult and cost too much money, instead of just porting it straight over from the consoles, that's inexcusable. That's worse. So that's why I don't like GTA Online. That's why I think Rockstar are the worst company in the games industry right now. And I hate saying that, because I love Rockstar's games. They may have made some incredible games over the years. I just wish I could support them without feeling like an asshole. Max Payne 3 is my favorite games of all time. So, I should clarify with that. Max Payne 3 is my favorite games of all time, and it really sucks knowing that I'm probably never going to see another Max Payne game because of Rockstar's mismanagement. Hi, Musi. Thanks for the kind words. What else someone saying? What games I think gets too much hate? Project Cars 3. Now I should clarify, I still haven't played Project Cars 3. I've rented it. It never showed up. Then I told them, hey, this rental never showed up, and now has shown up today. Though I'm not sure I'm gonna play the console version because I'm trying to get PC version to review it. So let you know on that one. But from what I've I've seen and read about Project Cars 3. I think the backlash was super unjustified. I think it's a perfectly fine game. I think that it probably should have been called something else, but that, you know what? It's not my IP. People at Slightly Mad are very, very... You know, I can tell you this because I know people that work at Slightly Mad. People that work at Slightly Mad love their games, and they love cars, and they love racing games, and they made the decisions they made because they thought it was the best path forward and for their vision. And just because Project Cars 3 wasn't Project Cars 2, but new tracks and cars, I don't think that should mean it's automatically a bad game. I think it probably could have been called something else. But that's, you know, that's something I'll talk about more whenever I actually end up playing the game for myself. Because, honestly, I'll play it and I'll figure out if it really does fit their name that they decided to put on it. I'm hoping, from what I've heard about it, because when I was working on the Forza 4 video, I was simultaneously interested in playing Project Cars 3, and I was listening to the Time Extend podcast to talk about it. And from what it sounds like Forza. It sounds like Forza 4, but slightly mixed with Grid. And that's what I want, so I'm excited. I'm excited to play it. UCPS2, I don't think it really gets that much hate because people aren't aware that it's different until they either played it and thought it was a bad game on its own merit, because it is. Even if it is enjoyable, it is objectively very, very broken. But people either played that version and didn't know there was a different version, or they played the 360 version and aren't aware that the PS2 version is different. So, I don't think the game gets too much hate because I don't think people are aware of it. Hey y'all, Snake here. Hey y'all, Snake here. I definitely hear how you would hear that Kemosabe in there. The problem is honestly just that remastering the older games is going to be very difficult in terms of licensing things. I guarantee you the reason they remastered Hot Pursuit is because that was probably the last game they licensed properly for digital distribution. Cell Driller doesn't just have trance influences, Cell Driller makes some straight up trance music. Yep, we beat Earl on the last stream. Colonel, I'm trying to climb the blacklist, but Cross won't leave me alone. I think they have recently delisted it, but until Remastered came out, they were still selling Hot Pursuit 2010. HDUC looks like it's made out of melted plastic. A little bit, yeah. This is the 360 version of Snake. So I had this set as the Criterion one. So I was having trouble setting it earlier to be the right game, and I thought I got it as set as 2005. YouTube's game selection stuff has a lot of stuff that you wouldn't expect it to have, and then it has stuff that doesn't have stuff that it should. Like, it doesn't have Crisis. The original Crisis is not on the game selection. You have to choose Maxim Edition. Just Uber Eats your soda and have your driver throw it through the window. How do I think PC3 will be looked at in a few years? I don't know. Because here's the issue. Making every game part of a large franchise means that you have these other titles that either directly compare, you have to directly compare them to each other, because there's, you can't not compare a game called Project Cars 2 with a game called Project Cars 3. You have to compare those two directly because it's a sequel. But then you also have, do I have it? The fact that, like, whenever the next Project Cars game comes out, or whatever they do with it, I don't know if they're gonna do what they're gonna do with it, but whatever they do with it, that's gonna be what that's what people thinks of as the next Project Cars, and they're not gonna think about 3 ever again, because stuff like Forza, especially Forza, that next game makes the last one completely obsolete in a lot of people's minds. And with Forza, that makes sense, because Forza just kind of builds on itself. There's nothing in Forza 7 or something in Forza 6 that isn't in Forza 7, from what I know. So if it's talked about at all, I feel like people are finally gonna get past that stigma and enjoy it and talk about it genuinely and objectively, instead of knee-jerk shitting on it because it's not what they wanted out of a Project Cars game. Because the same thing happened with, like, Watch Dogs 1 and 2. And, like, older Assassin's Creed games. And people are tired of Assassin's Creed. Like, oh, it's fucking Assassin's Creed. I don't want to play this. Or Call of Duty Ghosts, when people were so tired of this Call of Duty formula. But then Ghosts was actually a really decent competitive COD. And people were, in retrospect, saying, hey, Ghosts was actually pretty cool. Or Advanced Warfare myself, and Infinite Warfare, both very cool in retrospect. Infinite Warfare has one of the best COD campaigns from what I've heard. I've not finished it myself, but I've generally heard a lot of positivity about Infinite Warfare's campaign, yet it's the single most disliked game trailer of all time on YouTube. So it really does take a separation from hype and public, discourse about games for a game to get a fair, true shake. That's why I don't talk about games very often that are recent, because I don't want to talk about a game that is all, like, that came out today. That's why I haven't made a Cold War video. Is Cold War, if you asked me a week and a half ago, I was super positive on it. I was really enjoying it. But the more I've played it, I'm like, man, this is just kind of a bare-bones Call of Duty. It feels like Black Ops 1 in a good way, but it also feels like a step back from Modern Warfare 19. Like, they've stopped, they've not done anything ambitious like Modern Warfare 19 did, and they didn't even take in the ambitious steps Modern Warfare 19 made and incorporate them into the new game. They are literally just making another bare-bones COD. So separating from the hype and discourse about a game is a very important step of criticism, because you can't talk about a game when everybody's shitting on it, because everybody's just gonna react, well, it doesn't have pit stops in the case of Project Cars, so it can't be good. Or they made the story memes in the case of Watch Dogs 2, or the Watch Dogs 1 sucked, so Watch Dogs 2 has to be worse, right? So that's my take on it. I feel like Project Cars 3 is going to get a fair shake in a couple of years' time from the vast majority of people. I hope I can give it a fair shake and play it objectively as someone who doesn't have a particular attachment to Project Cars 1 and 2. but does enjoy playing them. I find that I can generally find the good in most games, even if I don't like them. Y'all should know that at this point. There's very few times where I say a game is genuinely beyond saving. So I hope I can bring that out of that game when I play it. I would also like a Driver Remaster, because Driver 1 is incredibly janky to play now. I'm just not willing to do it. Project Cars 1, I'm pretty sure was the first game I remember disappointing me on launch day. It was either that or The Crew. But I can't remember which came out first. I think it was The Crew. But I was very disappointed in Project Cars 1 at launch. But I was wanting a Forza game on PC, and that's not what I got out of it, which is my own fault. Yeah, the driver games on GBA are very cool. If you haven't seen Mini-Me's video about those, I would recommend watching that. I'm very excited to see what the next GTA game looks like. Because GTA 5 looks very lackluster today. Like, it looked nice when it came out, but then it's just not aged that great. Hey. GTA Online characters are fucking horrible looking. They look so awful. I've seen very few good ones. TC other crew too. I hated the Crew one. I've not played 2. I keep almost buying it. I've put it in my cart both at a physical store and on Steam and on Xbox so many times. But then I just stop and I say, no. Even when it's $10, I know I'm not gonna like it, because every time a game does this whole thing where they're like, hey, we've got off-roading, and we've got street racing, and we've got muscle cars, and we've got boats and planes and shit, it's like, none of those things are gonna feel good. It's like the Forza syndrome taken to the extreme. I keep almost buying it and never wanting to actually go through with it. Woo! Have I done coke? No, I've not done coke. Coca-Cola, though. I really did just have to think really hard about whether I should answer yes or no to that question. I've never done coke, but I'm like, what if I just kind of went with it? Just to fuck with y'all. Remember on GT Planet? I don't remember. I feel like I might be. I don't remember. At this point, adding map to GTA is what they want them to do, what they need to. I've played that world so often. I've just explored every inch of it, I feel like, even though I know I haven't. Oh, this is close. Feminines. Do I like rally games? It's not my favorite genre, but I do like rally games. Thoughts on Burnout Paradise? Decent. Very decent game. Oh yeah, I probably just found it in one of my my research. Is this dude wearing a fucking motocross jersey? Like with shoulder pads and everything? Alright, now. Important step. This is actually, if you don't do this when you speedrun the game, you're guaranteed to lose time. You're fucked. Ah, shit. Yeah, I always forget. Hello? Yeah? Alright. Is my copy of 360 fucking... Is my 360... Is my copy of Most Wanted rotting again? I already replaced this thing once. No! I would be worried if this was a fat console, but it's not. Oh, you know what? There are memory cards over the fan. I'm gonna fix that. There's a bunch of PS2 memory cards sitting on top of it. Alright. Because it is... They do get quite toasty. Even the slim consoles get very toasty. Nope, wrong character. Nor the mint green CTSV. Did it save me selling the... Nope. There you go. PS3s have a nasty habit of overheating PS3s fast. Hey, I was talking Coco. Oh, god damn it! Hey, Luna. Yeah, PS3s are super cheap. I have two PS3s. One of them is modded. I brought one of them working. This has a broken Blu-ray drive for $12. No. Fuck. I'm not dropping frames on my end, and I'm streaming at 10,000 kilobits per second, so that's probably on your end, Andreas. I'm sorry. Is anybody else seeing that? I want McDonald's. I don't want to be in this pursuit. I just want to go to the car dealership. 60 might be a little bit overstating things, because this, runs this solid 20 for me, but... P on your screen. Don't do that. Could not recommend that. Will I get McDonald's and do a live mukbang? I have to figure out a camera thing, but sure, I'll eat some nuggets on stream sometime. Yeah? You're still not gonna look at me? Okay, that's fine. Well, that cop just had a stroke and didn't see me. Diggy's Donuts. Alright. I just noticed that this car has a very interesting texture on, like, or the paint in this game, rather, has a really interesting texture to it that I've never noticed before. Yeah, nuggets and fries are pretty cheap. It's very nice. I have money. I have 120 grand. What can I get for that? I want the Viper. I'm gonna get one later. I want the Mercy, but that's a couple stops away. I don't have the patience for the CTS. Should I? God, this thing is heavy. Lesbury. Oh, I should have gotten the Lesbury. Alright, it's fine. I love me a Porsche. Just went from a car I was complaining about how heavy the ass was, and ended up with a Porsche with a heavy ass because it's a Porsche. Tires? Alright. Am I excited for Cyberpunk? Yes. I have it pre-ordered and preloaded on my Xbox. I mean, people objectively had the game in hand already, so no, I don't think so. Nah, I can't afford it. Should need a spoiler on it real quick. Ooh. Gives me 90s Porsche vibes. I like that. Do y'all like the one with like the more slanted ends, or do y'all like the flatter one? Okay. Let's get used to the car. Ah, shit. Speed test more about M3 GTR Street? Yeah. You can get that. It's one of the bonus cars when you finish the game, right? This is 360 native. There's no backwards compatibility for this game. Playing a real 360. This is the 911 Carrera S. Porsche. I am the only person I know in real life that says Porsche correctly. Porsche. Porsche is what you sit on in the South. A Porsche is a car. I knew a girl named Porsche when I was a kid. I also knew a girl named Mercedes when I was a kid. Wild. I wonder if they were related. They were not German. Oh, do you have never heard of that then? Mercedes is a very pretty name for a person. I'm trying to think of all of the car brands that are also names for people that you would actually meet. I know someone named Chevy. Like, his legal name is Chevy. Yeah, Mercedes is an actual name people had. Alexis is close enough. I know someone named Ford. Her last name, not their first name, but... Subaru is also a common last name. Not as common as Suzuki. But... a lot of cars are named after people, but it's usually like their last name, not their first name. I'm talking about people whose first names. The first names are like Porsche. Well, Tesla, yeah, that's named after someone. Mr. Truck. I forgot about Truck. I hope Russell wins tomorrow. It would be a great way for this season to end after the most boring fucking season I could have possibly been at the end here. Every time something interesting happened, bad things have happened. Like, Stroll, I really wanted Stroll to win when he got pole. The lesser Porsche has passed me. Lotus is a cute name. Change your legal name to Lotus Carlson. I'm changing my legal name to Hummer EV. Ah! Fug. Lotus, no, not Carlton. Is it not the Carlton? It's the Carlton, is it not? Am I on crack? Oh. Oh. It's not C, it's C-E-E apostrophe D, which is dumb. At least that's how it is in America, or not America. I don't think it even came to America. That's how it was in Britain. It's not. I don't know if what it was called there. It's Yoshar in Korea, right? Please don't name yourself after a fucking Kia Optima. Hey, Rainbow. I'm just vibing in the Ritz car. I'm gonna ban Yo-Yo for that joke real quick. Joking, you're fine. I'm not car shaming. I'm not in a position to be car shaming, but however, you don't like go name yourself after your fucking Econobox, you know? Haha, same joke. So how was my mailbox plotting against me? What? Ah, sh... Ladies and gentlemen. Bye, Cass. You getting some work done? Yeah, there's a Ronnie NPC. What's what race about? Yeah, Christian von Koenigsegg. Oh, I love you, Cass. Get some work done. Feed yourself. Are you going to play Stardew? Don't go play Stardew. You have homework to do. Cass, don't make me have the entire chat shame you into doing your homework. Order Burger King. Find 24-hour Burger King and just order it. However, Burger King is like the last fast food place I would go to if I was hungry in the middle of the night. Only if they were like the only place open. They're decent sometimes, but there's much better fast food. Shit. I don't hate Burger King, but it's not my first choice. College is a scam. You know I know this, but you have to finish. You can farm after. Do your homework, babes. What a burger's my go-to? My favorite place. I would say my go-to, but it's my favorite place. However, it is kind of far. It's a little on the expensive side. It's not my usual place to go. Then steal it, right? This car kind of just works. I say as I understeer into a wall. Need one more, right? Yeah, one more. Hey, Lou. Let's see, I know, Cass, but you have to do your art history. Trust me, do not make the same mistake I'm currently making. I've accidentally elbowed up my volume on my headphones, so it's not very loud. Write your paper, then Stardew. I aren't think that, Lucia. I aren't think that. Homework isn't progress, but you are. Now go do your homework. Oh, wait, right, I forgot that you were in the UK. I was just reminded by the way you said order a Burger King, because that's something that Brits do, that Americans don't say. I don't actually know how a British Burger King is. Thunder! Welcome, buddy. What? Oh, we need one more. I miscounted. Maybe that's 6. We need one more. Welcome in, Bruno. Hope you can relax a little bit tonight. Hi, Thunder. Going alright. Was in the mood for some racing. I'm in the mood for some food. Y'all are being bad influences. How long will she be vibing? No idea. Till I get tired or bored or hungry enough to take a break. To be fair, Thunder, I have been too. I slept all day yesterday. I stayed up all night working on a video. A kebab is yeah, it's meat on a stick, but it's also got like vegetables and fruit. It doesn't have to have meat. It's just food on pieces of chunk of food on a stick. Okay, so I just had a thought. Y'all know that whole like thought experiment, like is a hot dog a sandwich, or like it is, you know, is a corn dog a kebab? I'll leave you guys to ponder that while I race. Shit, it could be. Corn dog is a non-vegan dandelion? What? I question that one. Again, I aren't think that. Corn dogs from the freezer suck. Corn dogs from a fair where they fry them fresh. Ugh. Would I eat meat in China? Probably. I mean, everybody else does it. I don't think that the whole thing about, like, dog is real. I don't think that's real. How can you be sure the meat is from when you go to a steakhouse in America? When you get chicken nuggets at McDonald's? If someone tells me something is chicken, I'm inclined to believe them. I don't have an air fryer. I'm not allowed to have air fryers where we live. Yeah, fresh corn dogs are delicious, especially when they're all battery. Ugh. Give you an algebra question? Buddy, you were asking the wrong person for a math question. I changed majors to not have to do algebra. Oh, the cop just vape. cop just completely disappeared. It is really good. $111. All right. 5 from 3 parentheses times 8 minus 2. 15 times 8. 120. That would be 118, correct? They don't eat anything in China? I don't think that. Back in 1 second. Now I'm hungry. I'm gonna have a snack. Hello. So, I've not been shopping in some fucking time. So, I am eating Ritz crackers, because that's all I have. All I have that I can just grab. Cheese spread. Well, you know what? I was gonna talk to you about cheese spread. I also use American cheese, so I mean, same shit. Goodbye. Where are you? Here. Goodbye. I have a pretty decent amount of issues with Underground 2 on PC. I also have like flickering issues. Can your pursuit last more than 10 seconds, please?
Dispatch, this is Charlie 2-4, closing in from the southeast of code 6. Acknowledge quadrant request.
Later, Snake.
All units, you can clear this call and return to patrol.
There we go.
Is canceled.
Here, let's do this. Who needs solid food when you have the nourishment of delicious Mountain Dew game fuel? I can't remember the direction. I think it's this way. Yeah, dude? That cop just fucked off.
Units on the pursuit. For your information, vehicle was last seen heading east on Highway 99. Containment to be set up at 10-block radius. Stand by for updates. Dispatch, this is Bravo 27. I'm with 2 other units. Estimate 3 minutes to establish quadrant.
There we go.
Locate that wanted vehicle. Go through chase. Anybody know where he is? I lost my visual. Stand by. Cancel that. I got him.
Alright, snack time. Oh no! Ah! No! Alright. I love traction. No, 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 no. These okay. Remember like 20 minutes ago, I was like, I don't need brakes on this car. I don't need upgraded brakes. Leave me alone. Here we go. Alright. So ludicrous. I'm doing the glitch though. What? All right. The snacks are gone now. I've eaten all of them. I got a little fresh stack. Snack time is over. I've eaten my snack. It was a tiny little, those little fresh stacks that have like 10 Ritz in them. They were a Ritz. They are now consumed. Hello? I have to babysit this cop. Vibing in the Ritz car. Oh, turkey and Ritz sounds great. We got a little mess here, says the cop. Uh-oh, we got a little messy-wessy, says the cop. I shit my cruiser. I'm slowing down so the cop doesn't... I don't lose the cop, because... the cops in this game are stupid, and I have to have a long pursuit for my challenges. But... when there's only one cop, I have to, like, drop down to first gear and just wait for the backup to show up. Now we have backup, so I can actually drive. Hello, Scarlet. Later, South Korean. Take it easy. Some good rest. How are you, Scarlet? Advisement? Advisory, you mean? Playing Minecraft? Oh yeah, I saw y'all talking about that. Where did they all go? Alright, goodbye. I actually really like shifting with the stick. It's better than a button. I still think Gran Turismo's paddle shifting is really good. Bad. Bad. Yeah. Shit. Well. Oh no. I'm almost out of markers. Alright. Let's get the speed trap done. I'll find another cop. Bro, did it just spawn me on the speed trap? Oh no, there's another one down there. Okay. Yeah, I was being sarcastic, Saturn. Also, hi Saturn. Been a while. I have seen Ray's video on this. He recently teased Carbon. Which I'm excited about. The slow motion just should have not been a thing. It was kind of useless. I need one more. Oh, well. What for bounty do I need, though? 2.3 mil. Oh, I need a lot more bounty. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now, to play this game in 480, I'll run at 60. Okay, honestly, I'm actually curious to see this. Let's back out. Come back. Fuck. I think more games should do it. I wish like Midnight Club 3 or Midnight Club Los Angeles rather had like all the cars you can see around driving around in just drivable games. Screen format, widescreen. Later, Wesley. GR4 is good. I like 3 better myself, but that's just my take. I don't know which one's actually better. Thoughts on Ridge Racer? Ridge Racer is good. I've not played a whole lot of it. Because apparently this game runs at 60 if you change the resolution. We will see. I've heard this for years. Oh, you know what? It's true. It runs at 60. I don't know if y'all can see it, because my preview window isn't showing it, but my preview window never shows the correct frame rate, so I didn't... But let's see if it holds it.
Dispatch, Delta 21. Dispatch still waiting on a vehicle check, but I'm gonna pull it over.
Later, I just thought...
Suspect is driving a silver Porsche. This guy is way over the limit.
Advisement to all units. Pursuit is escalated to condition 4.
We're gonna see if it can hold it, during our pursuit.
Okay, by the numbers. Get in front and full block. And let's minimize public damage here, folks. 33, I need more
Now, granted, it looks a little bit shit now.
everything you got here.
It's very aliasy,
Copy that. 4 Delta
but...
21. I'm clearing units right now.
He just went by. I got him. I got him. 3 just pulled up on your 6. 42 block him. I got his other side. Someone bump this guy out of my way. Hey, you don't want to stop. He's still going.
Yeah, this is holding really smoothly, actually. This might be really nice for playing the game, like the hard parts of the game. This is the 360 version.
I want to tight 1065 as quick as possible. Jump on him when he slows down. Watch the back. Watch his back. Watch him. He's trying to push through.
With the thing of Twisted Metal, I've only played the PSP game head-on, but I liked it. I played it as a kid. I was looking at chat. Oh! Alright, that's fine. I wonder if, I do wonder if it works for Carbon. Because Carbon does not run great either.
He just left the road surface. Hold on.
It's not quite stable 60, but it's up there. It's not 20 like it is normally.
Repeat, 1044. Request rhino cover.
Move, move, move! Traction!
Charlie 21. Please update supervisor monitoring and requesting sitrep.
1059er. I'm gonna pin him when I get a chance.
The lighting in this game is very nice.
Vehicle, stand by. Will advise. Alright, surround him. Don't let him through. Let's box this guy in.
Uh-oh. I do not want to evade.
Lost. Get units ahead to canvas the area.
The secret moon level?
Was last reported southbound.
I would prefer the secret cow level.
Supervisor to be set up. Units to reference their GPS for position. Stand by for updates.
I got him. Get everybody over here.
This ain't even starting traction. This is with the like the Junkman tires, like the unique tires.
I lost my last cover unit. Dispatch, give me some help out here.
They're a few minutes away. I'll get an update on another channel.
Bravo 27, we're rolling in from the south with a bunch of other units. Just make sure the guy doesn't go anywhere.
So, do not
would like for this guy to stay with me. Good, highway. If they were to remaster it, I want them to remaster it in a new engine and try and get the handling similar, but not change the handling. Like, on purpose. I would love for a very pretty, high resolution version of this game. Thank you. Something's going on ahead. Alright, that's a flipped over semi. Oh, and that cop just spawned in midair in front of me. I don't hate it. I think it's very of its time. The game always looks very warm to me as a result, but like that's not a bad thing. I think it's cool. I'm at the wall. Hit the wall, aren't I? Yeah. It's fine. Yeah, honestly, this is running really smoothly now, and I like it. Now try to escape. For real. Isn't the PC version kind of like blue filtered actually? Alright, let's see if we can get in the hiding spot. Or maybe that's a... Go to the safe house, maybe?
Dispatch Bravo 27, closing in from the northwest of the code 6. Acknowledge static quadrant request.
Yes, we're close.
Dispatch, we got a 2829 suspicious party here. We might have the guy.
A cop sounds so unsure. There, got it. Making time. I thought the PC version was blue. Which is this game using, like, stock Eclipses as, like, a placeholder car? What? And a stock WRX? I don't remember this. guess I'm playing it at 480p now. Oh, that noise. And the, the fence just spawns on top of us. It's being recorded, but it's fine. I mean, it's 480p. I primarily work with 480p footage anyways, so I mean, fuck it. Man, Split Second, I remember being hyped for that game and just kind of being on it when it came out. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't life-changing the way everybody thought it was gonna be. I remember, like, the magazine coverage for that game was absurd. I doubt anybody's gonna say anything or notice. I'm also probably gonna talk about it on Thunder. Probably talk about how running the game at 480 on Xbox makes it run at 60, and how that's probably the best way to play the game. Is 360, 480p. It's slower at 720. I don't think the game actually runs at native 1080. I think the game runs at 720, even if you have your console set to 1080. I could be wrong. I'm barely alive? No, I don't remember that. No. No. Stay. Oh yeah, no, even look, like you can see here in this shot, the almost all the UI breaks in this game if you play on something that doesn't have overscan. Like you see around the edges of the screen, it's different because of like the image. It doesn't only covers like 80% of the screen because it's meant for something that has overscan. It's just designed for definitely designed for tube TVs with overscan. Fuck. Yeah, Ridge Racer's always gone for speed and fluidity over graphics. Ming fucked up. Yeah, I think about Ray Tracer though, like it's mostly about stylization, if I remember correctly. I've not played Type 4 in a long time, so I could be misremembering, but I played Type 4 on my Vita when I played it, so even then. This is a long speed trap race. Retro Show 7 has aged really well, visually. Fuck! Hit it, Riot, take it easy. Ming is slow. I've only played a couple minutes of 7, I've mostly played 6 from that era. 6 is fun. Get me your Lambo. Yeah. I forgot Fold Auto 2 existed. And here's Webster. It's Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars. Alright. Let's get our Lambo. Isn't 5 really unpopular? Isn't this the only Lambo? Well, you know what? Actually, before we take the Lambo out, just so we already have a car at Heat 4. Let's do the speed traps. Okay, later. Thanks for hanging out. Actually, funny enough, I had my first copy of this rotted, and the way I knew it rotted was it refused to load. That cone was schmovin'. You'll see that? Oh, he stopped it. It was still going, too. Alright, let's actually restart, because we got distracted by the cone. I have a peanut brain. I'm so easily distracted. I think this is my favorite song on the soundtrack. The absolute schmovement. Let's do actually the cop chase first. This is to have Heat 4.
Dispatch, Delta 28, with a possible wanted suspect. Stand by on 1085. Suspect vehicle is a silver Porsche. Speeds are way over posted limits and climbing.
Silly smooth brain. Take some sandpaper to your brain, mate.
I got a chance to spell, I'm gonna take it.
The thing about that is Foster, is that they were sold by third-party sellers, and I'm sure they cost fucking $1 million. Yeah, the censorship in this game is a little bit wild. The censorship in, God, which game was it that I was thinking of recently that's had the most wild censorship? Hi! He's gonna burn out. He's waiting for me. You! Nice. I would love a sealed copy of Most Wanted. I never open it. And I don't normally do that kind of thing. I normally like to open my... I've opened plenty of very old games. I bought a sealed copy of Automodelista for PS2 and opened it for that video. But I would keep it just for my own collection. Yeah? There was no black edition. Alright. There was no black edition on a 360. I'm pretty sure it's, cheaper. Or no, it's not cheaper. It's just cheap on Xbox. As the original, non-special version. I still need to get that. Fever for the flavor. I like the, excuse me, I like the game version, primarily because I feel a lot less creepy listening to it. Y'all are terrible at your jobs. Come back here. Yeah, that's pretty much because everything in Newsfeed is edited lyrics, or instrumental versions in place of songs with bad lyrics. Hot Action Cop is just a bunch of nerdy white dudes in 2000, which makes me really, it's really funny that they sing about eating coochie.
Delta 21, advise on your situation.
Hello?
Suspect was last seen heading westbound on Highway 201. Supervisor confirms.
Dispatch vehicle located.
I'm actually okay with this, because I don't want...
Watch your 20, spike belt laid out
Dude.
to the 1073. Heads up, he's hot on the brakes.
I don't want there to be backup. I literally just want to... I want to get my last spike strip and escape.
I'm gonna need heavy backup over here. Dispatch, let's get 1044 on this.
I was looking at the shit. God damn it.
Copy that. Suspect is in custody. Suspect in custody. Repeating. Street racing unit members en route requesting you hold suspect.
Yeah, I know. I just got put on the roof of a fucking car. I was in the middle of reading chat, and I didn't even see the rhinos. I always find it very funny that the subject matter isn't the issue, it's always just the lyrics, but like... there are some songs that are just... There's a song in Tony Hawk's American Wasteland that's literally about a breeding kink. But that's fine. Damn it! Death by becoming a hat. I have so many markers, it doesn't even matter if I get busted. Giving Badger, it's Romantic Rights by Death from Above 1979.
Roger that. Go ahead.
And that's stupid. Like, I feel like Midnight Club 3, that's not the worst lyric. But also there is the whole thing about, the thing in, Real Big, where they replace, dick with belly.
Cover unit heading up to the pursuit call. Be advised, this party was last
The original lyric is dick real big.
Boulevard
And they replaced it.
area. Call is still code 6.
I'm on him. Let's get everybody over here. I'm gonna slow him down with a 1075. Hold on while I get in front of him. 1033, cancel routine cover. Cancel cover. It's not working. I need code 3 help now.
Oh yeah, it gets worse than that, Chemical. Like, if you go watch, like, the behind-the-scenes stuff from the PS2 version, there's, like, interviews with him, like, they were a big fan of it. It was, like, the game's brand was collaborating with this shitty, whatever the hell you want to call them, band. I don't even know what genre they are. I do not like Hot Action Cop. They're so bad. Was the N-Bomb in Jet Set Radio Future? I don't remember that. Hideki Kamiya is not exactly a great dude, unfortunately. So it's not that surprising, but... Not Hideki Kamiya, fucking Naganuma.
Can you advise on your situation?
I was thinking of, Kamiya. That's the Bayonetta dude.
He has crashed. We're swinging around the block. Alright, the guy slipped through. We're still pursuing.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the lyrics in Need for Speed songs are homophobic.
Copy that. Echo 14. I'm clearing units right now.
Yeah, Camilla blocks people. I watched Nick Robinson's video about it, and he's got like 17,000 people blocked. Which has to be a record of people, like, individually purposely blocked for a reason. Like, if you factor out bots that just block people, that has to be pretty... That has to be the record, right? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Nick Robinson as a person, but his content is good, and that's what makes me angry. His content is good, but he's not a good person. I don't... That's why I don't, like, recommend his content. That's why I don't, That's why I don't, support him on Patreon or anything like that. It's a shame, because his content's so good and he has a platform to do cool stuff that he does cool stuff with. But fuck him as a person. The problem is that Nick Robinson sexually harasses people. That's why people don't like him. Bad. Oh, fine. It's fine. All is well. Oh no. Oh no.
10-4 drivers in custody. Copy. 4. Cover units, slow down. Please reference PDTs for alternate calls.
Well. I thought I was safe because it was one car. I didn't know that, DF. It's actually kind of cool.
Roger, go ahead.
Y'all. This is the dumbest cop.
Units on the pursuit. For your information, vehicle was last seen eastbound on Bond Boulevard. Supervisor requesting you set up Suspects remain on code 6 status till further notice.
Second gear.
Alright, you guys, we got the spikes to the left of the roadblock. Correction, you're right. Stay left.
Yo, this told the road guys to run that over.
Pursuit units keep pushing up to us. We got a road blocked off up here.
Tonight on second gear. Later, Badger.
3-1. Request an update on your situation.
Conditions as stated. I got my hands full here. Dispatch, get everything you got over here. Code 3, I'm gonna lose him. Drop back. Give me some room. I'm gonna take this guy out. Yeah, there's no way I can get in position. This guy's too good.
Hey. Oh my god, these cops are just swarming this pickup truck and this. These parking garages are actually how I figured out that Undercover PS2 was the most wanted map. So I never knew before I played it, and I only noticed after seeing that, and also seeing the like the Rosewood Tunnel, or like the in the stadium. And I noticed so many more because of that.
Dispatch, I'm gonna need a record out here to clean up this mess before traffic starts to back up. Dispatch, clear everyone you can over here. We need all the help you can get.
Roger, Charlie 21. I'm clearing units right now.
But aren't there only like 7 or 8 NFS games in the 2010s? It's fine. I just think that Rivals was the best NFS they made. Ghost, I mean. I'm very excited to see what comes next, though. I want them to take a new direction. Do something new. Or alternatively, just stop calling it Need for Speed and make something different. Because they're never going to escape their legacy.
I need all available units on this. Get them going. Code 3.
Roger, Charlie 14. Detailing units now.
Oh, this one's killer. I'm not doing it.
Lost sight of him. He's trying to catch up now.
Units heading out to the pursuit call. Be advised, suspect was last reported heading south near Beacon Point.
Well, no, I don't want to escape.
Surrounding area. Call is still code 6.
Dispatch, this is Charlie 2-4, closing in from the southeast of code 6. Quiet request.
I do not want to escape. Please come back. There we go.
That suspect's been located. I'm in pursuit.
Hey, Jacob.
Cancel routine cover. Cancel cover. It's not working. I need code 3 help now.
Copy, Sierra 10. I'm clearing units right now.
I'm overtaking suspect around block. Stand by. Suspect just sideswiped me. Just bye-bye. I'm on him.
All right. Well, I was hoping they wouldn't just turn around and fuck off, but alright.
Officers on the pursuit call. Suspect vehicle was last seen heading south.
Why did they run away from me?
A quadrant will be set up around his last known direction of travel.
Dispatch, this is Charlie 2-4, closing in from the southeast of code 6. Alright, I got him. Vehicle located.
Where are you? Here you are. Hi. Oh, okay. I mean, I hope it'll be good.
We've got everyone on this. It's clear. Hang on. They are code
I want him to dish Frostbite.
There he goes. I'm on it. Code 3. Yeah, he's doubled back into the boardwalk.
Alright, Nate, take it easy, get some rest.
Regarding your description, I think we're off to guy 6. We are closing.
Okay, I got him. Jesse just went past me. I'm on him now.
Here's my thing. I would like for developers to, or publishers to scale down games and just make their money off of prices. Don't make this massive, expensive game. Make something that sustainably can be, like, monetized by selling it, instead of having to make people play it for 6 years. Later, DF. They're not giving us any spike strips. Good night.
10:59. I'm gonna pin him when I get a chance. I'm backing off to give some room here. Just ramp some traffic.
No. God damn it.
Suspect is in custody. All units slow down cover.
Okay. She's the guy into racing. Well, see, I'm trying to get the, I wanted Heat 4. I have been playing with Marker. I wanted to do Heat 4 and get the pursuit challenges out of the way, but I'm having a hard time, so I'm just gonna use the Gallardo for now. I mean, this is the only Blacklist car that has the default body kit. What was the ones I really liked last time? I can't remember what they were. I think they might have been Volk. These. Already got Ultimate Engine. It's already Ultimate. Is it gonna be faster if I get... turn that down? Oh! Nice. This car looks like an Easter egg. Actually, I forgot this game has like those chrome colors. I kind of want to try one out. Buddy, must you? These soundtracks are always a word killer, regardless of which game we're talking about. I remember the Burnout demo. So does that apply to the later games too? That's good to know, because First Street runs pretty poorly from what I remember. Now I'm wondering if I can get better performance out of, like, Battlefield at 480. Or Titanfall, because Titanfall has an uncapped frame rate. Yeah, they did a couple of games like that, EA and Nintendo did, Caleb. NBA Street, you could play as Mario characters. SSX on Tour, I believe it was, where you can play as Mario characters. And there's one more, but I can't remember what it is. You telling me this? This is coming through my Elgato HD60 Pro capture card. I want to get another USB capture card so I can record stuff at my girlfriend's place more easily. But I am not in a position to buy another card right now. So maybe early next year, depending. I only need like 80 bucks or so to pick one up, but money's tight, so hopefully sometime in the next few months I can get another external card. And I can get footage recorded at my girlfriend's place, spend more time over there instead of having to come home for it. 'Cause I spend most of my time at my girlfriend's these days. I'm playing on 360.
Rosewood District. A red...
We have 69 likes. Nice. The censorship for this game is weird. This game made it to PC. You can play this game on PC very easily. But also, yes, what was I saying? This is another game with another song with weird censorship. There's like an entire, like, half a sentence missing, but it's not bleeped, it's just cut. And it skips ahead. Pro Street's damage was cool. One of the songs has Game Boy Advance's bleeped. The Lupe Fiasco song. We think arcade racers could come back. Not to the previous heights, but I would like to see more of them made. The problem is that developers have to be okay taking risks on smaller projects and selling them at lower prices instead of throwing all of their money into these massive, long-winded games that take forever. So they make the game smaller and where they can make money from selling it versus needing you to continue playing and buying DLC. Okay, I think we're gonna do one more race, and I'll probably end up calling it for the night there. What y'all feeling? Which kind of race? Ba, ba. Ba, ba. I have an RX-7. I don't remember what color it is. I think it's purple. Speed trap. Yeah, I remember black. Hey. Just reading chat. Oh, through the police station, I guess. Ah, yes, body count, right?
Attention Channel 1. I just received a call from a radio station that's reporting a group of dangerous drivers. They've been last seen heading west.
Oh, the radio station reported it. It wasn't the police officers in the police station we just drove through, was it?
Suspect in a purple Lamborghini.
Just trying another call. I'm headed over there.
Yeah, it's fair. Damn it. Now I'm behind quite a bit. If I can get already had a hand finish first, I might be able to still win. No. Let's share. It's a Formula One joke. Here's another Lambo. Mercy.
Attention all units. Speed, we're just seen eastbound past the Fairmont Bowl. Can I get a unit started on this?
Any more details on that call?
Suspect in a purple Lamborghini.
Yeah, I'll head up that way. I'm in the area.
It was really a Xbox and PS2 gen game, but it just happened to release on the 360 on launch day because it came out like a month before the 360 did. Turnus killer. That cop just didn't notice me, I guess. There we go. with that, I think I'm getting ready to call it for the night. It's been fun, but I'm sleepy and I've got video stuff to work on. But thank you guys for hanging out. It's always very fun. This makes makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, or feel comfortable, comfortable's word, playing games when I'm streaming and getting stuff done, for videos at the same time. So, yeah, it's been nice to hang out with y'all. Y'all rest easy, stay safe, eat your vegetables, drink water. Night, folks.